death. Moses talking to them. Why? Before then, they were doing whatever they want, whatever was right in their eyes. And there was no problem. Whatever you want. But now this day, mambo imebadilika. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Imebadilika. To them. But now I want to help you, please, so that, because I love you people, I want to help you in choosing. And you and your children may what? I don't want you to die. Choose life, please, so that you and your children may live. By that, when you choose life, Moses is telling this land. So don't choose death, choose life. And that's exactly what I would say you today. As young people today, God is saying, He has set before us life, and to tell you, don't choose death. Choose what? We can talk about it. Is you. Children, children. Choosing life, inform too. I inform too. Chose life. And when they are now, when my children were born, children were born into the children were born into the choice, and they gave their children into this. You think you are young, as I was young. in Bonnie High School, a young person like you. But I made the choice. And now my children were born in the same choice. My grandchildren are born in the same choice. I pray my grandchildren will be born in the same choice. I pray my grandchildren will follow the same Christ. And now I am, and the blessings will continue, life will continue. But somebody has to make the choice. And that somebody is you. Sit down. You understand? So, how does that sound? How does that sound? Eh? Eh? God blessing with your generation. And somebody has to begin the choice. Come on, bring that mic. Bring that mic. Are you mic? Yes.
It is for you to make a choice. To follow the same blessing.
So that they are not seeing you. Just forget about the shoes. You are choosing. We are dealing with a very serious business here. I'll say it.
It is for you to make a choice.
It is for me.
Yes.
Say it for me.
It is for me to make a choice. So that my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren, and my great-great-grandchildren can follow the same blessing that God gave to me.
No. Powerful. But somebody has to make that choice when?
Now.
When?
Now.
Now. So that when your grandchildren come, what's your name?
Rebecca.
They will say, our chose God. And the blessings we are enjoying now is because our grandma made a choice. And he made that choice for us. And we are going to choose that same. And the blessing we are receiving is because our grandma Rebecca, when she was a girl, she made a decision. And the way she chose, we are going to follow it. And your children who are not born, but they are still here, you make a choice for them. You make a choice before they are born. So that when they are born into a life. They are born into blessing. Somebody has to take the bold step of making that choice. When young girls in that age were becoming lesbians, when girls by that time were drinking, were doing that, our grandma chose Jesus, chose life. It was difficult, but she chose. And I'm going to follow my grandma's choice. Somebody has to make a decision. Somebody has to make a choice. And when it's made as young as now, it is when it is beautiful. It is when it is good. Rebecca, somebody has to make a choice. Has to take that bold step in the midst of a corrupt generation, in the midst of a rotten generation, in the midst of a useless generation. A certain girl, a certain boy must choose for our generation. It is difficult, but it must be made by somebody. And you must make it. Yes. Yes. Choose life so that you and your children may live. The problem is that you don't know you are representing generations behind you. And you must change. The moment I was born in my family, I found them drinking. I found my grandma was making beer. People in the village were coming home to take beer. And she introduced me into she sells to the because it was in this and said, you. One day I came home drunk. I say, I'm called Malay. Akanishika akaniambia wewe tapambana na wewe. And then she dealt with me thoroughly. And when I was akanichapa, akanifinya mpaka akaniuliza utakunywa tena, nikamwambia sitakunywa tena. And I thank God for the people who taught me what I'm teaching you. And one in Jesus, I say yes. But still the difference is big. The boyfriend, where would you when and dance? Where would you mean? I am not missing your choices. It's my choice. Where would you don't enjoy life? I enjoy life. But let me tell you, I enjoy life better than them. And if you can do it, the better. Why should you choose life? Before the Lord is your life. The Lord is your life. Disco is not my life. Sex is not my life. Drinking is not my life. Dancing is not my life. My life is the Lord. And I enjoy the Lord. And I don't miss their dances. And when you choose the Lord, what will He give you? He will give you what? Many years in the land. Jacob. Moses is telling the children of Israel, come on, choose life. If you choose life, when you get into that land, He promised to listen to His voice. With all my strength. Him, you do what? You listen to His word. Whatever He said, you listen. And listening means you obey. You obey. And you do what? Hold fast. Can you do this? You hold fast. Come on, everyone. You hold fast to that. Come on, you hold. Because if you don't hold fast, thieves will take Him away from you. They would come and tell you, no, you are young, you are young, last month enjoy life, come on, watch out na Yesu to enjoy life. They will snatch Him from you. As you hold fast, you say, no, come to the discord, that is not me. Do this, that is not me. I am holding God, I will never leave my Lord. Because there's many years in the land. Many years in the hata ukinunua mafuta 1,000 na wewe ni mle, going to be blessed. Blessings are in choosing the Lord. And what are these blessings? Come on, read quickly. Deuteronomy chapter 28. What are these blessings and what are these curses? Deuteronomy 28. Come on. And read loudly. Deuteronomy 28. You see the blessing that you choose. You hear what God is saying about blessing. 28. Yes. Okay. Hold the Bible and read Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 to 14. Listen to the blessing. They were given a choice of what? Blessings and curses. Did they obey? Did they obey? Did they choose life? That's a big question. And that's a problem. We are given what is right, and do we follow? Do we follow? Did they obey? Do we follow? We follow. Did they obey? Now, yes, after they went into the land, like you are going with all these promises because you have had them today. You have had, but now when they went into the land, something happened. Somebody should. Okay, this is Egypt, where they were the youth. They went into the desert, and now they arrived in the land. When they arrived in the land, they lived together as one nation, united kingdom. They lived together as one nation. From King Saul, King David, King Solomon. They lived as one nation. But the son of Solomon called Rehoboam, when Rehoboam came, the kingdom split into two, northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. And of course we say the northern is Ohola, and the southern is what? Oholiba. This was them, and their capital here was Samaria. Thank you. I can see. They divided themselves, two kingdoms. These ones, 10 tribes, the northern kingdom. They said, we don't want David. We don't want that God. We divide ourselves. And the kingdom divided after Solomon split. And when they split, 10 tribes went into the north. If you read 2 Kings, 2 Chronicles chapter 10, that's where the information comes. The kingdom split. You can write divided kingdom, 2 Chronicles chapter 10. The kingdom split. And when the kingdom split, how many tribes? 10 tribes went into the north. And they said, we are not going to follow God. We are going to build our own tabernacle. We are going to build our own tabernacle. We are going to rule, to live the way we want. We are going to live the way we want. 10 tribes. Tutajenga kanisa yetu kulingana vile tunataka. Sio ile 10 tribes. Wakakataa. And that is why they said our own tabernacle. And you know, sometimes many tribes went to the north. And then, how many tribes in the south? Only 2. Only 2. And that is a big challenge, because sometimes Those who love God are challenged by the majority. Ukiuliza msichana, kwa nini wewe unakataa kuokoka? Kila mtu anafanya hivyo. Kila mtu anafanya hivyo. 10 tribes. Ni mimi peke yangu. One girl, niliuliza msichana moja many years ago. Baba yake alikuja akaniambia, Bishop, I'm not about my daughter. My daughter is amekataa Mungu na ameenda. Wow, hey. Kwa hivyo pambana na yeye. Nikamuita kutoka Nairobi. Akakaa. Lakini siku moja akaona lazima akuje. Akaja nikamuuliza, wewe baba yako ana shida na wewe. Kwani what's happening? I hear you have boyfriends everywhere, right? Ananiambia, kwa nini unafanya hivyo? Sikiliza vile aliniambia. Nilikuwa nataka kusikia vile machale wengine wanasikia. Kiwa na chali, kiwa na friend. Nilikuwa nataka kusikia mtu akiwa na boyfriend anasikiangaje, because kila mtu ana boyfriend. Kila mtu ana boyfriend. Kwa hivyo wengi mnakuanga na maboyfriend because kila mtu ana boyfriend. Mnakunywanga bangi kwa nini? Kila mtu Hebu nikwambie, si kila mtu. Katika wale wengi kuna mmoja amekataa. Na hapa ni wawili. Choose God. Hold on to a few minutes. Okay. She set her own, the 10 tribes, they set their own standard of worship. And they made, instead of worshiping, to worship idol. Na Jeroboamu akawaambia, this is the God who brought you from Egypt. Waletwa kutoka Misri na idol yaka mnyama, wamembadilisha, wakatengeneza, wakaanza kuworship idol. And what they do, number one, tusomee mstari wa 3 verse 5 please. Verse 5, Ezekiel chapter 23 verse 5 to complete. We see how holy, because our topic was
while she was the Assyrians. Warriors clothed in purple, governors and commanders, all of them desirable young men, horsemen riding on horses. Tree. For in our youth last upon lovers.
Now reach there. The north neighbors called their neighbors, called their Syrians. When she decided and tunasoma tunaishi karibu na sisi there. What Ohola did. Number one, she played the what? Come on, she played the what? The Mungu anasema huyu ni wangu. Anafanya malaya. Youth yetu kwa katika grupu yao ya youth natoka wanaenda michezo wa youth. Tunafanya later. Hello. Number two, break it into points. All right. If you are here, fanya hivi. She did what? Come on, she? She saw. Check, if you want to live for God, check your eyes. Check your eyes. She saw they are serious. Akawaona. How are they? She read it. How are they? Young men dressed in what? Dressed in purple. Wow. Wakaona wakifaa mzuri. These days is about dressing. My good, wow. Si huyo kijana anamfaa bwana. Huyo msichana, wow. Ona vile amefaa. Oh, she's seeing they are serious who are not people of blessings. Anaona vile wanafaa. Number three, that speaks of what? That speaks of what? Leisure, freedom, ease, flamboyance. Ona hiyo simu yake, iPhone, oh my goodness. Kona hii, my goodness. Desirable young men. Desirable. Oh my goodness. Now these days, the other day niliambia simu yangu ukikataa kumisbehave, ukiendelea kumisbehave, nitakufunga, nitakuweka katika mfuko niache kukutumia. Yaani simu haijui ni ya bishop. Ukifungua hivi unaona mwanamke anatembea hivi na anaonyesha Uliona hiyo kwa simu wewe? Uliona hiyo kwa simu yako? Haujaona unafungua simu, ukifungua kwa simu unaona mama anaanza kuonyesha ati vile matiti na nini. Sasa hiyo simu ujue wewe ni ya bishop. Usitaki hii mapicha. Maana desirable what? Watu wa Mungu wakaona wanaume wakitembea desirable, wanaendesha riding on horses. Rebecca, did you read that? Did you see that? Can you repeat again from verse 6?
Verse 6. Warriors clothed in purple.
Clothed in purple.
Governors and commanders. all of them desirable young men,
Desirable young men.
horsemen riding on horses,
Now, yeah, loved riding on horses. Nikiingia ndani nitasikia haya. Wow. They are loving things. They are acting us. They are from the neighbors, from the neighbors. They forgot sisi ni wa Mungu. Wakaanza kuona hii Land Cruiser na nini. Endelea.
Verse 7. She bestowed her harlotries upon them.
Choice men of Assyria, the ruling class, and then what did she did with nikaandika memorandum pande huyu kaja na hii kaja na hii kaja na nikachukua ingine maana sikuwa na pesa, nikatengeneza bahasha na hii nikakunja na nikang'oa ingine nikatengeneza nikaweka bahasha, nikaenda kwa ofisi nikauliza secretary nisaidie na stapler. Akanipatia stapler, nikastaple hiyo barua ikajaa kabisa, nikapeana ipelekwe. Maana tulikuwa born boys, alikuwa born girls, nikamtumia asome memorandum. Kama uliota hiyo ndoto, Joseph, wakati malaika alienda kwa Mary, alikuja kwa Joseph, na malaika haja kuja kwangu. Kwa hivyo endelea na malaika yako. Maana Mungu hawezi kuzungumza na Mary na akose kuzungumza na nani? Na Joseph. Na mimi haja alizungumzia. Hebu nikwambie, kama nilikubali singekuwa hapa nikihubiri. Ningemezwa. The Assyrians, come on. What did the Assyrians? Come on. They poured out their immorality upon her. Huko nyuma, they will pour their immorality you, na utakuwa mbaya zaidi ya shetani, because they are not, they don't have mercy on you. Watakumesi hiyo rangi ishe, watakumesi mpaka uwe nzompi, kitu ambacho akijuani akina sura. Maana ni hawana tena mwana hawajazaa. Watakumesi mpaka wakupatie bangi ukunywe uwe useless na degree zako na elimu yako. Watakumesi doing well. Lazima tuwe na watoto wanasimamia Yesu. And what did God do to her? Verse 9. Maana wamemkataa. Verse 9 soma.
Therefore, I delivered her into
and then
upon whom she doted.
Upon whom she
This uncovered her nakedness.
They uncovered her nakedness. Maana hawana haja na wewe. They will uncover your nakedness. Watakutumia mpaka uharibike kabisa, uwe takataka na dusty bin. That is why we have young men here who are young, who should be used of God. Young men here in Kangundo wamekunywa